Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy Freeman. I'm back with another video, man. I'm here reacting to Should I Come Out to My Wife? The Dilemma. This might be one of the craziest things I done heard be put in a video. And I'm about to react to it because I'm very interested and nosy. So, let's get straight into it.
I love my wife,
Okay.
but I'm gay.
Okay.
Should I come out now? Yes or no?
I love my wife. Do you know how long? Well, this is just me. Because I need to know the person. Need to really fall in love with this person before I make this decision. How many years it's gotta take you to date somebody? Good 4 5 years wasted. And then marriage, which probably adds about 2 more years he done been with this person. And then now he trying to tell her that he gay. That's a lot of years, bro. Nah, that's a lot of years.
We brought together a group of strangers to help an anonymous person make one of their
I'm not gonna lie. I'm putting yes. I'm putting yes, cause you already wasted this amount of years. You might as well just like stop it right here, so you don't gotta waste no more years. She might have a good 4 to 5 months crying about this and being like, dang, like this, that, and the third, feeling some type of way. But I don't know, bro. This is crazy.
My wife is the most important person in my life, and I would never want to do anything to hurt her. But I'm also gay, so I'm not sure how to approach it or even how to come out.
After hearing the group's advice, which choice will this person make? This is the dilemma.
How long into the relationship did you realize you were gay?
I knew before I got married.
Damn.
How did you meet your partner?
We grew up in the same community together. We started off as friends, then best friends, and it grew from there.
Is your partner supportive of everything you do?
In our viewpoints on religion, yes. In terms of supporting the LGBT community, no.
So religion is a big cornerstone of your guys' relationship?
We both grew up in the same religious community, so we both grew up with the same values and the same social guidelines. So yes.
Do you think your wife knows you're gay?
No, she doesn't.
What was the main reason as to why you went to the yes side?
I have a few family members in the LGBTQ plus community. I know all their experiences coming out have been positive, at least in the long run.
That's not for everybody though.
Coming here, wanting to, share his truth and speak to us about it. I knew that it's about time. It's starting to boil over, and he needs to come out.
It's about time, bro.
What was your reasoning for marrying a woman even though you knew you were gay?
I thought that if I got married, that it would change me and that I could become straight.
What are your intentions in life, and how do you want to feel about your life?
I want to be truthful, but I also don't want to hurt the people surrounding me. I'm a very honest person. I don't lie. So the fact that I'm basically living a lie right now gives me a lot of anxiety and depression.
Eating that nigga alive.
I know if I came out suddenly, it would devastate her.
The thing is, I'm bisexual, and I would have never said anything if I ended up falling in love with a man and everything worked out. And I fell in love with a woman, and I didn't want to hide anymore. Being your authentic self is my principle.
So is there an expected fallout that extends beyond just the relationship of you and your wife? Like, is it more than just your guys' relationship that's at stake?
My job is tied to the church, so I could potentially lose my job. I would most likely lose my family. My friends. I would lose everything, basically. I would have nothing and no support.
Are we the only people who know about this?
I've never told anyone.
Just based on this information now, you guys can switch to the other side if you want.
Hell no. Dang, man, come on. We're supposed to stay 10 toes. No.
He was explaining what's at stake if he comes out immediately. Because of that, the more I thought about that, the more I was like, you know what? He's gonna be losing literally everything because of this. So I feel like he needs to have some sort of plan in motion first.
The reason I said no, I'm bisexual. Same as you, it took me a cool minute to kind of come to terms with that. So it's like, I look more at like, am I safe? If you do, gone. You could lose a lot of things that you've built up on this foundation.
Okay. If he's bisexual, just don't say anything, bro. Just don't say anything, bro. Unless you just plan to cheat on your wife, then that's crazy. That's terrible, actually.
Have you at all considered reaching out to therapy or some sort of counseling to help you through this process?
In the community I live in, it's a little bit hard to find counseling. I live in a more rural area, so the majority of counselors are based through the church.
Can you tell me a little bit more about your relationship with God? And has there been moments where you've personally experienced Him guide you?
Yeah, I would say, faith has been a deciding factor in all things that I do in my life, and that I don't, follow God blindly. I've felt Him work in my life before. So for me, it's a real relationship that I have, and it's the most important relationship I have. God goes before everything else.
Faith is just a huge factor for my truth. To me, that's what I resonated the most. So I wanted to be that representation of like, hey, if you just go in with blind faith, it could still work out.
If you show who you really are to somebody, to anybody, they're gonna show you who they are, like 100% of the time. And if you're surrounding yourself with people who are kind of not in support of the person that you really are, then that's not a healthy situation to be in. And I think he should 100% come out, like, today.
I'm bisexual, it took me a cool minute. One of my, I'm not gonna name names, I'll say a family member, told my parents.
Her name is Levels?
It was like, am I gonna get kicked out? I'm gonna stay here, are they upset with me? It was very much like, okay, whatever, I don't wanna talk to you right now. And it's like, I know coming out, like everyone's like, do it, it's great, you'll feel better, but for me coming out, it made me feel worse. Because I'm like, I live my truth, but it didn't make me feel the way I wanted to feel.
I believe that everybody should live their truth. You're not emotionally responsible for anybody. You don't owe anybody your life. You be you, and they'll figure out how to be them.
I think it's different, like you're saying, you're not responsible for other people's feelings, but it is, I know the guilt that I would feel as like a husband to be hiding something from my wife is like horrible.
Yeah, because like, let's also not forget that they are married. They have vows.
Yeah.
And part of
There's a
those
lot
vows
attached
is
to
to
that.
tell the truth. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Because you're taking away another person's ability to live in reality, and that's wrong.
I do want to point out that I'm not necessarily saying that he should wait like years to come out. I'm just saying maybe
no,
take
don't do
just
that.
like a couple months. Like I would say go to counseling, go to therapy, figure out who you are and who you are even without the church and without your wife and without all of that stuff. Once you figure that out, then you can start going.
I low-key want to go to counseling and see what they're gonna say. Like just to do it. I don't know. I just want to see. I just want to see what they'll say about my psyche. What are they gonna say? I don't know. Counseling just seems cool or something. Seem hard.
Through that process of how am I going to come out?
Yeah, but I think I think the focus should be more like him just finding himself, like all that planning, like where's he gonna go and all that stuff. Yeah, those are tough questions, but it doesn't have to be answered right now because, it takes baby steps.
Coming out is not ripping off a Band-Aid. It comes with so much anxiety. It comes with so much fallbacks depending on who you are, where your community is aligned, you know what I mean? And it shouldn't just be ripped off, because even ripping off Band-Aids hurt. You know what I mean? It's not a painless process just because it's quick. And people really need to understand that.
Was there anything in the discussion that caught your attention in some way?
I think when they were mentioning when you come out, like right now, that person will show their true colors to me. That resonated with me because that is true. The other issue that was brought up was the point of counseling and kind of preparing myself. I feel like that could be beneficial.
I think there was too much discussion of what's step 10, what's step 7, what do we do like 3 stages from now?
I think that's what he's gonna get. I think what he needs from us is comfort.
Like ultimately, at the end of the day, people are going to be people, and you can't predict how someone's going to react.
Right.
Also, I've met people who've been in a dangerous situation because they came out.
So the biggest concern
My
is
community.
his safety.
So one thing we talked about was not necessarily needing a plan because your dilemma isn't coming out to the world right now, but it's coming out to your wife, like your partner. And just as a married man of faith,
Let's be real here, man. The moment he said that to her, she is gonna tell somebody else, and then that person gonna tell somebody else, and then the whole community gonna know, and then the whole town's gonna know, because this sounds like a relatively small town. If everybody in the church knows it, they're gonna be looking at this man crazy. They're gonna probably disown him, probably find some way to make his whole life terrible. So it is kind of like he coming out to the world.
you said your wife grew up in the church with you and you grew up in the church, and so your wife possesses those fruits of the spirit that are like patience and kindness. And I think those attributes, like you said,
Boy,
are
well, you just don't know, bruh.
loving and kind and patient with you.
They should be.
One of the things I want to just encourage you on is that
Oh
you've
my
been in a
God,
vulnerable
yes.
position before where you had to put your trust in God and He
Good
came
scratch.
through. So I just encourage you to sometimes be okay with taking just the first step forward, and everything else you could figure out along the way.
So I first want to be clear that yes, you should come out, but you should definitely wait and give it a little bit more time. Because we're worried about your safety, number one. The other thing too is that you need resources and you need time to get those resources. Like I said, like these divorce processes and everything, they don't take a week. And then it's all about your community, right? Personally, me and my family is super religious, so I very much understand where you're coming from about investing so much time in your community and the sense of loss that comes with it. But you have to understand that you'll be fine, your relationship with God will be fine, but this is a very tough decision that is more than that.
Jacob, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling like I got a lot of just helpful words that have helped me kind of put together an idea of what I want to do going forward.
Have you made a decision in your
This sounds like he had a decision in his mind coming into this, but now that he done heard both sides, he's confused now, and he's disappointed because whatever answer he chooses right now is not the original answer he had. That's what I'm saying.
your mind right now?
Yeah, I think I have. Yeah, so upon getting home, I told my wife that I wanted to do counseling. And we've been meeting with a wonderful counselor, and she has just been able to give us a lot of tools to work with.
So he selected no.
Meet one-on-one, so I get a chance to be very open with her about how I feel. So I think within the next few months, definitely, I'll be ready to fully come out and just prepare myself and my wife for that.
He was originally about to do it.
I feel like the weight's been lifted a bit. I still have a journey to go through, and it's going to be hard either way, but I feel a bit of closure in the sense that I know what I want to do now. Well, I do believe that it's a decision to be made faithfully through God. I also think that it should be a decision that's made with the help of a counselor. I think that it's only fair to my wife that when I come out, I do it in a way that's not only safe for me, but safe for her. To make sure that I have the resources I need in case something does go wrong. You guys are the first people that I've ever opened up to about this, so it was...
I know that if you hit that wall...
Oh, dang. Folks started crying. That'll be the end of the video, bro. Like, subscribe, comment. Don't make sure to away from them. Out. Peace. Oh.
And you know that's my brother. Yeah. Forever, 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 never, forever, never, forever, 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 ever, ever, ever. You know that's my brother. Yeah. You know we got each other. Me and him and yes, whoever.